Thank you. I did my hair for y'all, guys. If you checked my Instagram earlier, I was on my Peloton because I just needed that extra, So, yeah, I did all of this for you guys because it was not so about 2 hours ago. But happy Cinco de Mayo to everybody that's here. If you have any questions, let me know. Drop those right there. Also, I'm thinking about incorporating this Casamigos into tonight's episode. What do y'all think? I was thinking maybe for, I don't know, for every time I answer a question from one of you guys, but I'm stumped, maybe that is my cue that I need to take a half a shot. Because I gotta get quicker on these answers, right? So we're gonna practice that. I'm gonna go ahead. And also I said I was gonna do this too because it's Cinco de Mayo. If there's anyone out there, I'm gonna make this deal with y'all. If there's anybody that is currently at a Cinco de Mayo turn up, a patio, a restaurant, and listen carefully, you can't be at home. But if you are out celebrating Cinco de Mayo and you will come on live and answer a question with me or ask a question and we talk about it, I will cash app you a shot. So it won't be no 1942. Don't ask me for no 1942. I barely even order 1942 for myself. But you come on and ask a question with me on live, or at least in the YouTube chat, then I will respond with, I'll cash app you money for your shot, up to $15. That's a decent shot. That's Casamigos. You can celebrate Cinco de Mayo with Casamigos. So, anywho, we'll go ahead and get into the first question. For those of y'all here on Instagram, it would really, really mean a lot to me if y'all would go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's really where I need your activity and your support on YouTube. So it's a new channel. It's Summer Galvez is the name of the channel. It's my first and last name. Go ahead and subscribe and then like and share this video if at the end you love it, but definitely need y'all's subscriptions over there on YouTube. So without further ado, shout out to Black Restaurant Week for this lovely shot glass. We'll go ahead and take a shot and get into the first question. Anybody got their tequila ready for Cinco de Mayo? Are we ready? Cinco de Drinko? Just warming up, just warming up, just warming up. While we're doing this, pull out your laptops, your desktop, and go subscribe to the YouTube channel, please. And take a shot for Cinco de Mayo. We don't get drunk on Dear Summer, but we do celebrate the holidays. So here we go. For the preliminary episode, one shot. Cheers. Woo. Whew. Okay. Whew. All right, let's go. So, question number 1 comes to us from an anonymous writer. What is some dating advice you would give your 25-year-old self, or something that you wish you knew earlier in your dating life? Thank you, Anonymous, for the question. This is a really good question because, of course, in hindsight, we can all look back and realize the mistakes maybe we've made along the way, how we would handle things differently in our later years. Just maybe, the wisdom that you gain just from experiencing life and different types of personalities. And I have 2 pieces of advice that I would give myself at 25. The first would be, in terms of dating, I would tell 25-year-old Summer to choose who chooses you, to like who likes you, and to resist anything that does not feel good in your spirit, anything that makes you feel that questions your confidence, that makes you feel unworthy with anybody. That would be the first piece of advice, because I think as young women, sometimes we fall into people pleasing in relationships. Um, and that's not what you want to be. If anything, I've learned that being yourself is enough. And when people choose you and your authenticity, your full personality, I think it says a lot. It goes a long way in terms of just establishing rapport and a genuine connection, because if you're not pretending to be something that you're not, they can feel comfortable being their full selves. And yeah, just when you can be your full self without worry of losing someone or someone not liking you, and just being okay with that and saying, look, I'm going to give my attention and my time to people that choose me, that choose all my quirks and my full personality and all the things that I bring to the table, and even the things that I'm still working on. I think you set yourself up for a greater amount of success in dating. So that is the advice that I would definitely give my 25-year-old self. You are enough. And those that are meant to choose you, that are meant to be in your life, are going to recognize the commonality of your interest. They're going to appreciate all your uniqueness. And that is where you need to be spending your time and energy. And that actually applies to relationships and friends. You don't want the kind of friends that force you to change or make you feel like you have to work for their friendship, or that you have to be anything other than yourself, or that you have to be perfect, that you're not enough. So that would be, actually, I guess I put both answers together. So advice to single 25-year-old Summer would be to choose people that choose you. I cannot say it enough. That doesn't mean that you have to like every single person that likes you or be with every single person that wants to be with you. But it does mean that you don't need to feel obligated, pressured to chase anybody that doesn't like you automatically for you. So thank you, Anonymous, for the question. I appreciate that. I'm sure we will expound on that a lot later. But off the top of my head, that's where I was going with it. I think just being yourself and appreciating the people that appreciate you is the best place to start in dating. So thanks so much, Maisha. I appreciate it. This is not at all how I intended to launch the podcast, but it is a start, and it gets the conversation rolling, and you guys get to get a better feel for my personality, the type of content that will be on the YouTube channel and the podcast. And I just really wanted to connect with y'all without too much more time passing by, because I love talking to you. So for those of y'all that just met me, I am a habitual ice eater. I've been eating crushed ice since I was about 11 years old. So I have a crushed ice maker back there, and I stay going the Quick Trip. So you will commonly see me and my Quick Trip cup on this channel. Get used to it. So I'm going to check Instagram real quick and YouTube, make sure I'm not missing any questions. Doesn't look like it. Also, shout out to everybody that's come through Instagram. I know y'all are popping in and popping out, and I appreciate it anyway. No sweat. You heard Java? God. Java, the people want to meet you. Come here. Ooh, these lights are hot. Jesus. Come here. Oh, Java wants to meet you guys. So I have a how old are you? 3-year-old Shih Tzu that will also be making appearances. Say hi, Java. Give mommy some subscribers. Say hi. Hey, everybody. This is Java. Java, people like cute dogs. Do something. Do something. Get mommy some likes. Okay, you gotta go now. You need it. I didn't throw them, but before somebody said something. All right. I see a couple questions pop in the chat on Instagram. Instagram, I really wish y'all would come to YouTube because I really need to be talking to YouTube. It's just more activity over here. Just saw a question. My top 5 dating peeves. Really? I gotta make a list? Okay, let me pull out a pen. Top 5 dating pet peeves. Number 1. Bad communication. Should I say poor? Poor communication is definitely one of my top pet peeves because it's unnecessary. As adults, we should all know how to open our mouths and express feelings, changes of plans, changes of feelings. I think like these are basic things. So the best way to get off on a good start and maintain the integrity of a relationship is good communication. And so when there's bad communication, that really just grinds my gears because I just think it's a sign of just overall lack of integrity. Because it really doesn't take a whole lot to open your mouth and say, yay, nay, this, that, I'm happy, I'm not. This is working for me. This isn't working for me. I really like you. I don't like you no more. Like all those things. I think that unfortunately people put too much emphasis on, anticipating the other person's reaction versus just being honest and giving the other person the opportunity to express how they feel, So instead, people don't talk about the things that they should talk about, which just makes the communication even worse. And so how can you get anywhere in terms of establishing rapport, trust, a bond, some sort of real connection if you're not willing to talk about everything, especially your feelings, especially if your feelings change, especially if you have questions about specific concerns. I think you should just open up your mouth and ask. Anybody that knows me knows I am extremely direct. I don't have any fear when it comes to just asking what I want to know at all. I'm ready for the response that could be good or bad, but I would rather know. And I think that's the truth with most people. The truth will set you free, but it's withholding that or just keeping people in the dark or ghosting them that can be the most hurtful. So number 1, I know that was a really long number 1, but my number 1 pet peeve in dating is bad communication. Second pet peeve in dating. I'm trying to keep it specific. Y'all hit me with this. I wasn't ready. Second pet peeve in dating. Tardiness, being late. Again, that falls under, in my opinion, bad communication. But if plans are made, I expect plans to be kept. And if they can't, then I am going to communicate that something has come up or that I'm gonna be running late, or that this is not a good evening after all. And I just expect the same because it's so simple. So tardiness when plans are made. Well, I guess maybe it's tardiness without speaking up. Number 3, poor hygiene. Let's go ahead and just put that out there. It's unacceptable. It's not even a pet peeve. It's just ill. It's unacceptable. We're not doing that in our 30s and 40s. We are not. We are too grown. We're too grown. So poor hygiene. And that is really a bucket for all things. You okay? That's really a bucket that encompasses hygiene, but also appearance, overall appearance. I think it's fair that if you are dating someone, that you should present, the best possible experience, and that includes the physical. So it doesn't mean that you have to wear a full face of makeup. It doesn't mean that you have to always have a fresh lineup, and that doesn't mean that you can't, be natural. It does mean that you should give thought to how you are showing up when you are around your person or the person that you want to be your person. Desirability is a lot of things, but it is not stank. It is not funky. It is not bad breath. That's not cute. So that's number 3, poor hygiene. Number 4, pet peeve in dating. I don't know. Y'all help me come up with 4 and 5. I'm going to keep scrolling. And if you have any suggestions, what are your dating pet peeves? I think my top 3 really encompassed a lot, which was poor communication, tardiness, and poor hygiene. But if I'm missing these last 2, help me out. What's up to everybody that's popped in the room? I appreciate you. I surely appreciate you. We're taking some questions and talking about a lot, really. I'm open. Totally open. I see a lot of people. Y'all, appreciate y'all stopping by. Oh, I'm catching up. Oh, so much. Okay. A lot of waves. Hey, y'all. Hey, I'm so late. Oh. Yeah, Maisha. I don't understand how people. I'm gonna go back to communication, because here's the thing. In my opinion, someone that does not prioritize quality communication and clear communication in a relationship or a courtship or a getting to know ship, that is a sign that the success of this relationship is not a priority. I don't know how it could be anything else. I don't know how it could be anything else. Because there is no way to truly say you want to see a relationship go far if you're not even willing to do the barest of minimums, just to open your mouth and keep your person in the know of how you feel. Whatever that is. Because the thing about it, once you talk about it, you can reach some sort of solution. But if we're not even talking about it, how can we solve it? How can we get beyond it? And then it just becomes this thing that festers. And I don't know what's going on. And you don't know what's going on. But all the thoughts are in your head. Or if it's me, if I'm not communicating what I'm feeling. So I just think that once you start getting signs of poor communication, it's also probably a pretty strong indicator that that person is not really invested or worried about the success of that relationship. Either they don't want to go further. Yeah, they just don't, they don't care. So moving along. Consistency. Inconsistency is absolutely a huge one. Because why? How can I know what's real? How can you know what's real with me if I'm here, there, and everywhere with it? Energy up and down, right? Inconsistency is also huge. I think that's also a pretty good indicator. Bruh, can you be quiet? Hey, I did not tell you to come here. I just asked you to be quiet. Put your toy down. Thank you. Yeah, I also just think that inconsistency is another very big indicator of the interest level of your person. I think we all already know that. You know when you're dealing with somebody if the energy is, it's good sometimes, it's bad sometimes. They're here. Sometimes they mess with you, sometimes they don't. It's probably a sign that you're a distraction, not an actual somebody they want to build with. So that is my take on that. Let me check. I have another question that I want to get to. We've already been on over 20 minutes, and I promised I would answer 2 questions tonight. So question number 2, and thank you for everybody that's popping in. Just taking some questions from the Instagram chat as well as YouTube. And if you have any questions, you can drop them. If you want to go live with me, we can go live. I promised a few of y'all, I said, hey, if you're out having drinks for Cinco de Mayo and you come on live with me, I will buy you a shot. I will cash app you the money to pay for your shot. Not 1942. Let's not get crazy. But if you choose to go live with me and talk about one of the topics, and you're out having drinks, not at home, but you're out having drinks, then I will cash app you for your next round. Round sounds like a lot of drinks. I will cash app you for your next single drink. That's what I will do. So don't be shy. Don't be shy. Y'all over here being shy. You wasn't shy last time. Yeah. All right, question number 2 is also anonymous. How do I get my motivation back in the gym? I notice you work out, but what keeps you motivated? Because ever since COVID started, the struggle has been real. Do you think trainers are worth it? Do I think trainers are worth it? And what keeps me motivated in the gym? Oh, shoot. All right. So, moment of honesty. I'm not consistent about a lot of things, despite what you may think of me. I'm a Gemini. We're kind of here, there, everywhere. We can be very inconsistent about a lot, and that's just part of our nature. Regarding working out, I actually enjoy working out, but sometimes if you don't have a schedule, it's very, very easy to allow other things to take priority. So for me, my motivation comes from a couple things. One, I realize I'm getting older, and genetically, things are not going to always be as easy as they are now unless I make, my mobility, my cardio training, all those things that we can all do a priority. So I don't want to let so much time go between my workouts that it's hard to get back. So for me, it's just figuring out how to make the workout and fitness more of a lifestyle decision than just, oh, I want to lose weight to fit a dress or because I have a trip coming up. Because that's not going to do it for me. Let's be completely honest. I'm a foodie. I love food. Yeah. Yeah, I like food. I like drinking. Hence the Casamigos. Okay. So for me, it's just common sense that I can't be completely, I can't lead a completely, what's the word? Sedentary lifestyle and expect for my clothes to still fit. So that motivates me. The fact that I don't want to go buy a whole new wardrobe, the fact that I don't want to put on my favorite jeans and figure out that, oh my God, they don't fit. And now what am I going to wear to dot, dot, dot? So that keeps me motivated. In addition to what really motivates me when I'm really in a groove is eating right. When I'm eating right, I don't drink soda. I drink margaritas. I drink them margaritas, but I don't drink soda. But I do find the less I drink and the cleaner I eat, the more energy I have. And I run 2 businesses, so it's often very, very hard to do what I need to do on a daily basis if I don't have energy. But if I don't eat right, then I don't have energy. But if I do eat right, not only do I have energy to be great and make money, make that shmoney, I also have energy to get on my bike. Y'all know I'm a Peloton rider. Shout out to Peloton. Follow me on Peloton, summer_G, if you're on there. So my motivation for working out comes from I want my clothes to fit, and I don't want things to slip so far off that I can't come back from, or that it's just even harder to come back from. Do I think that trainers are worth it? I sure do. If you are not the type of person that has the discipline and self-will to do what you need to do. Case in point. I've had at least probably 10 trainers over the last 20 years, at least. And they work when you're serious. You're the one paying for it. You're the one making the investment. So unless you actually take it seriously, then you're just throwing money away. But the times that I did take it seriously, it was absolutely beneficial. It kept me accountable. And I think that trainers are worth it. I think it's worth doing your due diligence to find the right training program and the right fit personality-wise between you and that trainer and their training style before you make the investment, because there are so many different, disciplines of fitness. You may have somebody that's more, and it also depends on what your goals are. So yes, I think trainers are worth it. But I think you should take the time to find the trainer that is going to be effective for your goals, if that answers the question. Otherwise, you could just send me that money because you're going to be throwing it away. All right. Hey, what's up to the people that have popped in here? Nick, you can ask questions. It's a new week. Shout out to Nick in St. Louis. She always has great questions. For someone who asked about the tequila I'm drinking, Casamigos, for Cinco de Mayo. Anybody else having a drink tonight? Yeah, Maisha, we're gonna always talk about the workout combo because we have to keep each other accountable. So anytime somebody brings it up, I'm going to entertain the question because we all need to check in with one another. It's hard. It is hard to work out these days. No lie. Because I had been wearing tights and stretchy jeans for the last 13 months, 14 months. Yeah. So it's a challenge. What's up to everybody that's still here? I'm just scrolling through, making sure I haven't missed anybody. Any questions? I really just wanted to take tonight to introduce myself to everyone. The Dear Summer podcast, which I didn't get launched on Apple and Google in time, is basically where Dear Abby meets Quora. So it's where you can literally ask me anything from relationships and personal questions, topics that you just feel like need to be talked about more. It could be product and restaurant reviews. It could also even be a community ask. If you work with an organization or you know of a needy cause and you just want to amplify it and you think I would be a good resource for it, I'd be glad to review it and possibly present it to my audience and try to get you some questions, some help, whatever I can do. Dear Summer is for all of that. Just want to use this platform for good. So we'll stay on maybe another 10 minutes, give you guys time to get your courage up and ask me a question. And if anybody wants to go live because you have a question, ask. This is a judgment-free zone. Judgment-free zone. Maybe I should have said that up front, but for sure. If you want to ask a question, now's your time. So far, we've talked about relationship pet peeves, advice I would give 25-year-old Summer, and workout motivation. So if you missed that, you can catch the playback on YouTube when the video is posted. We're still on YouTube. If you're here, please do me a favor and go ahead and like, share, and subscribe on the YouTube channel. It's my name, Summer Galvez. That's the YouTube channel name. Because it's going to be a lot of things. I'm going to cook. Y'all have been asking me about some of my favorite recipes. So I'll start doing some cooking vids. Also, some car conversations. Definitely going to be sharing some BMW content because y'all know I'm a huge BMW enthusiast. I love the brand. And there's just so many cool things that BMW does in their product line. The ultimate driving machine, indeed. So I'm going to bring y'all some BMW content on the YouTube channel. Definitely not any beauty videos because I barely know how to do my own makeup. So that probably won't be there, but I will do product reviews because I do buy a lot of products. And for sure, we'll talk about whiskey and cocktails because I enjoy a nice spirit regularly. Oh, gosh. All right. Thanks so much, Sean. I appreciate it. All right. Nick asks, how do you pull yourself out of a funk / life crisis, etc.? So recently, or rather, I would say since the beginning of the year, more than last year. Last year, I think I handled COVID, quarantine, separation anxiety. I think I handled all that pretty well. But this year, especially like right around the time of the snowstorm, I was in a funk for real. I was not in a good place. I think it just finally hit me like, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of being in the house. And not only that, I'm gonna tell you what did it. I realized for the first time in a while that I didn't set any goals this year. Like no tangible, not personal. Well, besides I knew I wanted to lose some weight and get more consistent with my workouts. But in terms of professional goals, I didn't set any substantial goals. Like the year started with me just like coasting. And it finally hit me in like late February that, oh my God, what are you doing? What are you doing, girl? You own 2 businesses that are doing well, but could do so much more. What are you doing? And I just felt like I was kind of spiraling, like into a deeper funk day by day. And what helped me, besides prayer and talking to my mom occasionally, was, this is going to sound real cheesy, I started listening to two things on YouTube. Because like instead of listening to music in the house, sometimes I'll just pull up certain YouTube content and let it play on the surround sound or the TV. And what really helped me out of the funk was watching one, TD Jakes. I really have enjoyed, really since last year, I've been watching a lot of him. But more than him this year, have y'all heard of a motivational speaker by the name of Les Brown? Y'all, I think I have watched or listened to every single Les Brown video on YouTube. I absolutely love him. I love his energy. I love his wisdom. That has really helped me to stay encouraged, to put the fire under my ass when I'm just, dragging and maybe making excuses or in my head about a thing. He's an incredible motivational speaker. So listening to sermons to feed my spirit and Les Brown to feed my mind has done wonders for me. So I suggest anybody that needs some new YouTube content, check out Les Brown, because he's definitely been a blessing to me. I've never met the man, never had a conversation or anything, but maybe one day I'll cross his path and I can tell him thank you for listening to the call on his life and for how he's inspired me. So that's my question, my answer for that. Thank you, Nick. How do I feel about the BMW i8? I like it. I haven't driven one yet. I probably could if I asked, honestly. I might need to do that. Shout out to my folks over there at BMW of Dallas, because they really let me do whatever I want to do. So that said, I'm going to make a note that I need to test drive an i8 and do a YouTube review or something of that nature on that. I really don't like smaller cars, smallish cars, ones that sit low. Let me take that back. Well, I have not driven an i8. I have been in an i8, and it was very, very hard to get in and out of. Yeah, like that's the kind of car you got to sit in and then swing your legs over into. And I'm a tall girl. I am all 5'10", about 200. I'm a firm 200, okay? At 5'10". It's not easy getting in and out of an i8 at my size. So, but I will do that for you guys. I'm gonna look into demoing a i8 and putting some content on YouTube, because I know y'all want to see that. Oh, there's a question. Hold, please. I already got that one. Okay. Oops. Sorry, Nick. I'm late. Sorry. Oh, Shaniqua, you gonna go live? Shaniqua, are you really gonna go live? I told y'all, anybody that's out on Cinco de Mayo, and by out I mean any bars or restaurants, but you will step outside and go live with me quickly to talk about a topic, I will buy you a drink. I will cash app you instantly to cover your drink. All you got to do is not be shy. Bet you never seen that on a YouTube channel. All right, let's see. Oh gosh. So have I set any new goals, and where am I at as far as accomplishing them? I'm still working on it, honestly. I know what my goals were. I had some really good business and financial goals at the end of, going into 2020. And of course, those got a little bit sidetracked with the pandemic. I want to resume those, but more than anything, I just want to make sure that I am not operating out of a place of fear, which is also why it was important for me to go ahead and launch this podcast, because this has been something I've wanted to do since 2017. I bought the domain in 2018 and then began to talk myself out in and out of it for the next, I don't know, 3 years, 2 years. Laterra's and I, shout out to Laterra's Whitfield, Dear Summer, I'm sorry, Dear Future Wifey podcast. It's my good friend. Laterra's came to my house, y'all. He came to my house in March of last year. Pandemic had just started. We set up cameras, lighting over here. I had my logo has been done since 2018, okay? We did all of this stuff in anticipation of me doing this podcast. And I let the devil get in my head and all these insecurities and just, it's a high bar when you look at YouTube and you like, dang, the production quality, the audio quality is just so much. And I'm a perfectionist. I want to do it right. So I would just get in my head about doing it, and then all the steps and the marketing and the graphic design and the video editing and all these reasons why I just wasn't ready to go forward with it. So more than anything this year, along with launching the Dear Summer podcast, is just to move from a place of fearlessness and more confidence and not creating things to worry about, because I really had nothing to worry about. Like every time I have teased doing this podcast, y'all have fallen in my DMs, my comments, excited. Oh, I can't wait to watch, can't wait to listen. And then there would be me who would listen to the playback and be like, oh, I hate my voice. Oh my God. Why is my voice like that? Why? What is that voice? Nobody's going to want to hear that, So this year, my main goal is just to move when God says move. That is my goal, because He has certainly put me in position and in the right relationships to be profitable, to be productive, to be purposeful, to do a lot of things with my businesses and with my clients. And it's all for me to just get out of my own way. So my goal this year is getting out of my own way. Stop overthinking things. Stop making excuses. Stop moving and deciding from a place of fear, and just do it and deal with what happens later after the fact. And that can really be applied to personal goals, professional goals, business decisions, relationships. Like, stop moving fearfully. Like, all that confidence, it needs to apply across the board. So that's my goal this year, to move more confidently and deliberately, and being okay with however it turns out, trusting God with the end result. So that's my answer for that. You guys, y'all getting bored with me yet? This is, I swear to you, this is really not the format. Air hugs to you too, Maisha. Thank you so much. I definitely did not intend to launch this way, but it was just more meaningful and important for me to just do it, not waste another day, not make up another excuse, and to just go ahead and do it, to connect with y'all, to let you know that I'm really excited. I'm going to be working with Laterra's on a couple things, and probably even be filming from his studio sometimes. But that's really not even necessary when I can film right here at my house. I have a nice camera. I got this phone. I went to Best Buy and bought this Logitech Pro. It's a damn $250, $300 camera that I bought and I'm not even using. Because why? Gotta get the video quality right. All these excuses we make. Just do it. And that's a good piece of advice I got from my good friend. He knows who he is if he watches this. Don't let perfection be the enemy of progress. That is some good advice as well. I don't know if I would, yeah, I would tell my 25-year-old self that do not let perfection be the enemy of progress. If anybody wants to do a screen record right now, this is the time, because that is some advice that we can all use. I'm gonna give you a moment. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Do not let perfection be the enemy of progress. So many times we overthink a thing because we think we're not ready. And you've been ready all along. Use what you got. Use the tools you got, the skills you got, the time you have, and just do it. And let the rest work out. Let it come together later. Iterate later. You know how there's software and these browsers that we use on our devices, they have updates, version updates. Let your project just have updates later. Update along the way, but don't not do it. Don't not do a thing. If that would be my closing advice, we've been on almost an hour. My closing advice on the premiere version, the premiere soft launch of the Dear Summer podcast is to not let perfection be the enemy of progress, and to just do the dang thing, whatever it is. Step out there, update it later, perfect it later, get feedback as you're updating, but just start. So I thank every single one of y'all that took the time to join me tonight. This is new for me, but it's something that I've needed to do for years, and I'm just thankful for every single one of y'all that took time out of your evening to log in with me, to have a shot with me for Cinco de Mayo, and just to encourage me. So I'm gonna see y'all later. We'll go live again, probably over the weekend. But I thank you. I hope you'll go subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's Summer Galvez. That's the YouTube channel, but there'll be Dear Summer content as well as a bunch of other stuff. So, mwah. Y'all have a great evening, and I'm gonna head to somebody's patio. Bye, YouTube. Thank y'all.